Hey, what are you doing in there? Guys, oh man. Today really sucks. You know why? Because I gotta leave Mexico. Not forever, but, and I'm gonna come back. But, and, you're probably not gonna believe me on this, but honestly, I'd rather live in Mexico than the US. I'm gonna tell you why right now.
Y bueno, comenzamos por lo obvio. México tiene, bueno, pido disculpas a India, a China, bueno, Tailandia está muy bueno, pero creo que México tiene la mejor comida del mundo, ¿no? Hay tacos, hay tortas ahogadas, hay zacahuiles, hay gringas. La comida mexicana es la mejor del mundo, ¿no?
Sí, claro que sí.
Sí, claro que sí, ¿no?
That's so nice. So I'm checking out of this hotel, and there's not even like a place to leave your luggage if you want to go out for a few hours and then come back. But the guy just agreed to leave the bags, or keep the bags for me behind the counter for a couple of hours. He doesn't have to do that, but that's just how nice Mexicans are, in general.
Alright, and listen, I'm not hating on the United States or any other country here when I say that I'd rather live in Mexico. It's just the good things about Mexico really override the good things about the US, you know? I mean, yes, it's true, there's crime, but like that's about the only thing you hear about Mexico in the news, am I right? But when you get here, what you find out is that there is just a giant diversity of cultures, landscapes, food, so many things. And most of the places are really safe. I mean, as long as you're not an idiot and you don't go out flashing money at night, seriously, it's a great country. ¿Qué tal? ¿Tenés que trabajar durante las Navidades?
La verdad es que sí, toda la gente está saliendo.
Ah, bueno, sí.
Pero yo creo que ya va a ser
Okay.
Ahorita todavía hay poco tráfico.
Sí, sí. No.
Pero al rato se
espero
va
que sí. Estoy grabando un video que se llama Prefería vivir en México que los Estados Unidos.
Ah.
No sé si vos pensás lo mismo. No. Tiene buena comida. La vida es más simple.
Claro.
Más relajada por lo menos. Lindas mujeres. Sí, hay muchas cosas buenas, creo.
Sí, hay uno.
Sí, hay mucho estrés en los Estados Unidos. ¿Sabes?
Qué bueno. ¿Qué tal? ¿No luchaste con lo del picante?
¿El picante? No, bueno, no me pica mucho.
No me pica mucho.
No,
sí. Lo único malo aquí es el tráfico.
Sí.
¿Verdad? Gracias, cuídate.
Gracias, hasta luego. Sí.
El pase a volar vuelo 606 México-Nueva York.
Todo está listo.
Está su formato de migración.
Sí, sí.
Buenas tardes.
Alright, so I was about to go through security, and I wanted to bring in this bottle of tequila that I bought for my family for Christmas. And then they weren't going to let me. But this old Mexican lady came up to me and she was like, yo, escucha, mi esposo ya salió, pero lo escondió una botella en el pantalón. Podés hacer lo mismo. Tell me I can't bring my tequila through security, so... Get him. So yeah, I had to lose the tequila on the way out, but got a few shots in me. So another thing that's really awesome about Mexico, and that most people don't seem to know, is that there is a grand variety of landscapes in Mexico, and also a huge variety of climates, and none of those climates have snow, which is very important for me. But you have, for example, the deserts of Sonora up in the north on the border with the United States. You have agave plants, cactuses, the more typical Mexican landscape in the center of the country, like in Jalisco and Mexico City. In the east, you have luscious green mountains, one of the most beautiful parts of the country. And finally, In the far south, on the Yucatan, you have beautiful beaches, perfect weather all year round. There's a lot to explore, and you know, there's way more to explore than just, for example, Cancun in Mexico City. You could pass literally months, maybe a year, exploring the whole country, and I would recommend that you guys do that. Of course, the U.S. has a lot of landscapes as well, but Mexico it's like it's compressed into a smaller space, and it never gets that cold. So for me, it wins out.
Ahora tengo una bandera mexicana.
But if you want to know the real reason why I'd rather live in Mexico than the United States, the reason by far is the people. Of course, the people. I can't think of another group of people on this planet that are so nice and so caring and so hospitable. There have been so many times in this country, no matter where I am and no matter who I'm talking to, doesn't matter the profession of the person, they've offered me just drinks, food, products, transportation, all for free. And I've tried to pay and they refuse it to the point where I almost feel embarrassed. But this is not by accident. It's the spirit of the Mexican people. Unlike the United States, where we live basically to compete, we live to go to the best universities, we live to get the best job, we live to get that great finance job on Wall Street, you know, to have a better house than the other guy, because fuck that guy. Nah, it's not like that here. For the vast majority of Mexicans, the point of life is to enjoy life and to live well. And that doesn't mean that Mexicans aren't hardworking. Not at all. Mexicans are actually some of the hardest working people on the planet. According to statistics, they actually work more than any other country. But it's just something different, the way of thinking. In the United States, when you have an interaction with someone, often what's in the back of the person's mind is, how can I gain from this? How can I profit from this? But typically, when you're talking to a Mexican, the first thing that appears is, I want to have a good conversation. I want to have a good time. And, you know, how can I make this other person feel good and at ease? And then the profit comes second. Of course, there's profit-driven Mexicans. They all live in the United States. And you know what? There are important things in the United States too, like, you know, Silicon Valley, the creation of startups. That's very important too. You know, I'm not going to deny the importance of working 24 hours a day and creating these amazing things, these amazing companies like Google and SpaceX that have changed the world. But I really do believe that if you want to have the best quality of life possible, you're better off coming to Mexico. And the people play a big part in that, because the fewer stressful encounters that you have throughout your daily life, the better. Am I right?
¿Qué tal?
How are you, sir? Sir, do you have your carry-on bags at all time with you?
Sí.
Okay. ¿Alguna compra que haya realizado?
No, nada.
Ok, gracias.
Gracias.
Hola.
Hola, ¿qué tal?
¿Cómo está?
Bienvenida.
Muy bien.
Perfecto. May I see your face, mister?
¿Por qué no?
Ready, thank you. Okay. And you can go.
Feliz Navidades.
Feliz
Que la
Navidad.
pases bien con tu familia y todo.
Gracias.
Hasta luego.
Yeah, by the way, it's Christmas Eve when this video was made. I didn't want to make this into like a seasonal video though. Back in New York, and the weather is terrible. But hey, it's Christmas. To be honest, I miss Mexico already, but I'll be back soon. I'm not sure when, and I'm not sure where my next destination will be, but I can promise you it'll be interesting. So, viva México, cabrones. Nos vemos pronto.